Hey, so this is the property at Beavers. This is the road leading in. I'm already in. We have this big field. Down at that darker end where those trees are, you go off into the woods, and maybe a 5-minute walk from there is the pond. And there's trails and stuff. This is the fencing that they're building around. They're putting in raised garden beds, working on that. So it's fenced to be like a deer fence. That's the observation deck, and behind it the pavilion. The carport that we were working on yesterday, the bathrooms, the outhouse that I don't think is functional anymore. And this is the main cabin. Let's go for a little bit of a walk. Pump well, but they have water. They've got a whole water system that you can see later. So this is the main cabin. Nobody lives in this one, but we have kind of a kitchen area that we don't really use. Dining room table, wood stove, couch situation. Got a bunch of mattresses stacked up, and there's a bunch of cots that people put those mattresses on. They put a wood stove insert into the hearth here, which makes it tremendously more efficient. It's very easy to heat the place. So that's Will. So yeah, this is the main cabin. Oh, this is they've got solar, and so now they're doing power with all this set up, and there's going to be more. You got a lot of projects. Hey, Dan.
How sexy do I look?
What's that?
How sexy do I look?
You're amazing, man. You're gorgeous. So, yeah, we'll do the outside of the pavilion first. We have like a sink set up here, and they're doing rainwater collection. So they have this system that they built. We have a big sink deal. More future projects and sinks and whatever. I'll actually come around the other side. This is what we call the pavilion. Very spacious, high roof. We get seating for really kind of a lot of people, all under cover, which is nice. And then we also have this kitchen area. So they have this flat cooktop, which works really well. Have a couple more burners. Good kind of kitchen area. They keep a fair amount of liquor here, but they don't keep a whole lot of food most of the time, just because, critters get into it. Oh, gotta show you this. They have a Jeep from like the Korean War era that is functional. It's a three-speed. So it's kind of cool. Drive it around the property. An ATV, you know. We don't need to go to the bathroom. So that smaller building right there is their wood shed. They keep split wood. This building is really just storage and it's full of crap. We got 146 acres, most of it wooded. There's Sexy Dan. He's a beast. This cabin here is Sean's cabin. It's a cute little cabin, nice and cozy. So when he's up here, he stays in this cabin. This barn, Lee and Yuri stay in. And it's also equipment storage. They keep their tractor in here. And there's lots of plans for more building and doing this and doing that and all manner of projects. So there's this big, workspace area. Here's the tractor. It's a Massey Ferguson. Stairs up to the loft. Bins and storage and everything's a disaster because Yuri misplaced some of his tools and he doesn't know where they are, and got really frustrated trying to find some of his stuff, but he'll figure it out. So this is still the barn on my left, and back here through this door, this is where Lee and Yuri stay. They have their own room back here that they have made very nice. Lee will stay up here for like a month or longer by herself working from here. They have Starlink set up, so they have internet. They have plenty of power with the solar now. So yeah, they're pretty well set up. They have a wood stove in here. Sean has a propane heater in his cabin. It does get kind of wet, and there's some drainage and mud kind of issues. That's Yuri's trailer and truck. One of the projects for this weekend was to finish up this, call it Yuri's Big Deck. It's a tent platform that they came up a couple of weeks ago on a work weekend that I helped organize but wasn't able to attend. But it's a nice deck. Did a really good job, I think. So, like this field, you can see it's kind of muddy. And so this is the first tent platform. They probably want to have like 6. Let me flip my camera. Yeah, they want to do a bunch of tent platforms so that when people come up and stay in their tents, they can, stay dry and have a thing and have more structures and whatever. And eventually a tent platform will get converted into, it will become an A-frame cabin or some other kind of small cabin. So it's pretty cool. Yeah, hope you enjoyed the tour. There's a bunch of trails and stuff. I'm obviously not going to show you 146 acres, but it's pretty cool. Hope you enjoyed. Have a good one. Talk to you soon.